And I know that sometimes, you know, because baseball, for us folks that love baseball, they're in between. Sometimes, if you like a sport for so much, they're in between from, you know, end of season to spring training. Seems like it's forever. And sometimes you have to kind of, sometimes you make up rumors, or you kind of believe what you hear. And I think the Mets management said this jokingly, where they said, yeah, that they are willing to listen in talks to trading a Noah Syndergaard. They're open to it, but it has to be an insane deal, which I guess any deal that you make when you're trading a star player has to be a insane deal. And if I were just to comment on this sarcastically, I say yes. No, get rid of a guy who didn't even pitch 75% as good as he is capable of, and did so to a 3 ERA, did Noah Syndergaard. 3. And you control him for cheap for 3 more years. Unless you're getting the biggest haul in Major League Baseball history, which I doubt highly, you're absolutely buying into this media hype. That's what they want to do. Hype things up, make some noise. Who wants a boring offseason? Trading Thor does not make the Mets better short-term or long-term. Mets have the hardest thing to get, and that's good pitching. Maybe even dominant pitching, you might say. Weakening that does not make the Mets better. And you say guarantee, no, smart check guarantee. You know, that Thor will be a Tommy John recipient within 3 years. And you're going to look back at this, you know, as we did Harvey for Betts, and say, you know, why didn't we do that? You might say Thor throws too hard, you're going to tell me. With so much torque, maybe you're saying that he's injury prone already. I'll tell you this. Just because a guy throws hard doesn't mean that they will have Tommy John. Some guys are built to throw like that. He effortlessly, I think, throws 100 plus. He's one of a kind, and he has solid mechanics, in my opinion. All his injuries have been, it's freaking muscular. Never had any major arm trouble. Never. Chapman has never had Tommy John surgery either. So trading a talent like Thor because you're afraid you'll get a major injury, well, to me, is something I definitely never consider. So remember this too. And Chapman was a starter. Remember, he played a lot of years in the Cubs, in Cuba rather, as one. And is probably older than his listed age. Still hasn't suffered a major arm injury. You might tell me, well, listen, he only plays, throws 25 to 30 pitches a game. Listen, he was a starter before that. Kopech threw effortlessly. He had Tommy John, right? He throws hard. But he doesn't have the body type those two have. Way more torque on his arm with his kind of mechanics he has too. Like I said, guys like Thor and Chapman are freaks. To me, they are the exceptions to the rule, in my honest opinion. I just can't give up on Thor if I'm a Met fan. That something may or may not happen. Now you might say starting pitching is less and less important each year, every year. Starting pitchers now throw 2/3 of a game once a week. If they can flip him for 3 to 4 guys, you can help the team every day. We can help the team every day. Maybe you might say sure. But these guys have to be the right 3 to 4 guys, to me, that will absolutely blow your socks off. Hope all is well. Look forward to speaking to you guys very, very soon.